What? You disappeared. Ryan. What do you always say about freedoms, Ryan?
What about them? Like,
I don't know. It's always like, can you have 99% freedom?
Yeah, no, you can't. I don't know if people realize that, but yeah, you either are a slave or you're not. Like, it's kind of, and any freedom that is
in this country if we believe in free speech or not.
Yeah, and any freedom that is given to you is not freedom. Like, if you're bestowed freedom, be like, oh, I'm going to remove the community guidelines so that you can post on the internet. That's not freedom either. That is controlled opposition. That is funneling of discourse. That is, yeah, I can either say the N word on the internet or I can't. That's freedom. That's it. That's all there is. You can't have it both ways. You can't double dip. I should be able to call you a Jew kike bastard. It doesn't matter. Dave Portnoy, go fuck yourself, you little fuck. Like, you should be able to say this or not. I don't care if it's Meta, Instagram. I don't care. I told you people, I'm not waiting. Robots are here. I'm not waiting for them to be like, well, this is a community guidelines post. No, what's that meant? AI is here. It doesn't. ChatGPT is everything. Like, that's not how that works. Freedom needs David, now that, you know what, I would argue, David, now that we're in AI, we actually need stronger freedom, and we also need to fight harder than we've ever fucking fought. That's why I think Nick Fuentes is blowing up when he's saying the N-word, is because people in their soul know that there's going to come a day that you're not even going to be able to say some things in front of a screen without getting fucking zapped or losing 2 points on your social credit score so you can't get a 50-year fucking mortgage. As if that's the solution to the housing crisis, David.
Why, you want to pay $1.4 million for a $250,000 house, Ryan?
Jesus Christ. I don't know how. And the president should be fucking kicked in the nuts, punched in the face, and probably hung for treason after that. And I should be able to say that on the internet. Because it's fucking blasphemous. Yes, it's blasphemous, David.
We wouldn't want anybody in the FBI to have a girlfriend to sue you.
My kid's got to pay the house? What the fuck are we talking about?
No, you just have to live extra long, Ryan.
Extra long? What, are they going to keep me alive, David, to feed the fucking machine?
They'll give you a death vaccine.
Fuck these people.
So you'll
Fuck
be immune to death, right?
I'm becoming a communist overnight. Like, overnight, I will be a communist. For nationalism and humanitarianism. That's it. I'm a communist for humans. You're
gonna be a national communist? Nationalist
I'm gonna be a commie. I'm gonna be a human commie, David.
Here's the deal. The whole reason I'm bringing this up. Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, you may be familiar. Crazy eyes. His girlfriend is suing multiple personalities for claiming she's a Mossad agent. The people on the right need to figure this out, because everyone runs around and says free speech, free speech, free speech. But how many? We
said this when Trump sued MSNBC or whatever it was. We literally said this on the program. This is greasing the skids to go the other way. This is more tyrannical than censoring our information on YouTube. It's more tyrannical. Most un-American thing ever. And who are you going to sue? Like, is it a money grab? Or is it because you are a Mossad agent? That CIA guy that makes his rounds on the internet, I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. He's got the long curly hair. He's like mixed, has a beard. He works for the CIA, but allegedly he's a spy. He's allowed to be on the internet and tell all the spy secrets of the fucking CIA. He said they don't care about you until you have $1 million. That's when you're on their radar.
We're almost on the radar, right?
I just think they tell you that so that you don't even bother. Everybody's on their radar. They said, David, I interfered in a foreign election. Get fucked. We're nobodies. I'm a regular person. I interfered in New Zealand's election. It's like the furthest thing from my house. I can't even afford to go to New Zealand.
Hold on. Wait, aren't you a Lord of the Rings guy? Isn't that
super
that's New Zealand, right?
Sorry, I want to go to Hobbiton one day and meet Pete Jackson. Fucking
I think we're onto
motherfuckers.
something, Ryan.
Maybe I'll get a 50-year-old fucking hobbit hole, David, that I can fucking mortgage to my kids and they can refinance because of fucking inflation. Let me guess, David, the solution to the 50-year mortgage is to just add an extra payment so you pay it off in 30 years. Why not have 30-year mortgages then? Assholes. Hang them. Hang them. They're all treasonous. Hang them. Hang them. They all should hang. I'll go to jail on this. I don't care. The robots are here. Hang them all. They're treasonous. 50-year mortgage, treason. Hang them. What am I defending? What am I help getting elected? For 60-year mortgages? You're out of your fucking mind. Spent 30 years building a life to pay for a house that I'll never pay off? The fuck is wrong with you? While BlackRock owns all the houses. Rent is $1,400 fucking dollars. Do you know that you need to make $120,000 as a family? As a family? To afford that? As a family. I'm not talking one person. I'm talking 4 people. And fuck, a family might just be 2 people, David, because nobody can afford kids. You know, I work in rich people's houses because, let's be honest, David, poor people can't afford solar panels. Isn't that something? All the rich people's kids are outside playing with each other. I drive through poor neighborhoods. Nobody's outside. Isn't that fucking funny? Isn't that coincidence?
I feel like that used to be the opposite.
Yes. Yes, because they were in college or at the fucking pickleball event. That's weird. Look at all these people in these million-dollar houses. All their kids are best friends. Look at the rich people only have the American dream. That's weird. I don't even hate wealth, David. But I said last week or yesterday, 2 days, I don't even fucking know anymore. Now that capitalism is junk, I don't want to hear anything about capitalism ever again. Never again. We have fucking AI robots. Never again. Amazon laid off 30,000 people because of robots. That's not capitalism. We're in tyrannical corporatism. Corporations have more freedom than fucking people when it's we the people that made the country. Hang them. Hang Bezos too. Hang them. Yeah, someone shoots him, I go to jail. Good. Little Luigi, right? Fuck these people. They're going to bankrupt your entire life and say it's a 60-year mortgage. Hang them. The bankers, hang them. BlackRock, hang them. You're arresting people for saying fucking Jew. Hang them. I don't care anymore. What are you going to dock my social credit? My credit score is 457. Go fuck yourself. I don't care. I'll live in a box and burn the government to the ground like Thomas Jefferson. I don't care. He died deaded too. I don't care. What am I holding on for? 70-year mortgages? Go fuck yourself. Just do work. Just work hard, Ryan. Just keep working hard. Just keep showing up for tyrants and corporations that have more rights than people. I tried getting $2,000 from the government just for a little help. They told me to get fucked because I make too much money. Fuck you. If I was a crack whore with 8 kids, though, you'd give me all the money you wanted. I'd get Section 8 housing, Belmont, down in the Prairie Projects. Prairie Projects, David, fucking bulldozed and built brand new houses. $1 billion facility. Granite countertops. Touchscreen fucking fridges. For low-income housing. The people building the building can't even afford the shit that's going in the building. Hang them. We should have public trials and hang these people for treason. I don't know why I'm the only one saying this. I know why, David, because we're fearful of our life, right? Sorry, David. Sorry. I got pissed off about the Dave Portnoy thing. Fuck that guy. You're a billionaire. What do you care about somebody on the internet, dude? Are you fucking serious? Kash Patel, you guys are million and billionaires? Why the fuck do you care about some influencer on TikTok or YouTube saying that you're a Mossad agent or a fucking honeypot for Dubai or whatever? Because it's true. We caught you. We caught you. And now you got to get your system in place before the next administration or the next administration, before the social credit score takes over and I'm not even allowed on the internet.
I'm trying to find what the other example.
What are you gonna
was.
bankrupt my pension? Go ahead, bankrupt the pension. Go ahead. I'm an electrician. I'll just burn. I'll burn everything to the ground, dude. I'll burn all your tyrants' houses to the ground. If it gets that bad, I'll just partner with my local men and women, David, my local militiamen. And I have the right to that, don't I, David? Us militiamen. And the right of the people to keep and bear arms. That's a pair of pliers. That's the new fight. It's a pair of pliers. I'm sick of pussyfooting around the fact that we literally can't even call Jews out for being Jews or maybe questioning Hitler if he was right or not. I'm not saying I believe this. We haven't been able to say anything. Look at Ben Shapiro. We caught him. Joe Rogan's coming around. We caught him.
Subscribers, Ryan?
I caught you, you son of a bitch. What, because somebody's Jewish? I got called Polak today. You think I give a fuck?
Sue him, Ryan. Sue him. $5 million.
Free speech. I don't give up. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. Dave Portnoy, you wouldn't have nothing to worry about if you were doing honest business, right? One bite challenge. He's the first one to talk shit to people. He's the first one to do shit to people. And also, when you're in the government, dude, I don't know if people like realize this in the government. I could say more to you. You're a public servant. Go fuck yourself. Twice. You're tyrants. We watched you say you're going to show the Epstein files. You didn't release them. Hang. Just hang them. We should have military tribunals and hang these people for treason. They're Benedict Arnolds. We have the right of the people to do this. It's in the Constitution. It's in the Declaration of Independence. I'm not saying anything extreme, David. The country was founded on political violence from tyrants. Why aren't we doing it? Or does it only take one person that's extremely disagreeable, David, like Jesus? Sure, he was real agreeable hanging on that cross, huh? Hang them, all of them. They all deserve to be hung for treason and violating 350 million people's civil liberties individually. They made you inject yourself with experimental vaccine that Big Pharma told you to take. Hang them. Dave Portnoy can't take a little criticism for being fucking Jewish. Hang, dude. I don't care. You're going to hang me. You're going to bankrupt me. You're going to fuck my family over. You're going to crucify me. You'll bankrupt my pension. You'll take my health care. How come I can't do that to you? Because I'm not in the power structure? Because I'm not an elected official? Because I don't have billions of dollars to protect myself? I'd have billions of dollars if you showed me how to get rich when I was fucking 7 like your family did. Dave Portnoy. Donald Trump. Have and have nots. It's the tale of two cities. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Hard times make strong men make good times make weak men make hard times. And once again, David, I started, you started, because we actually thought that we could talk our way back into freedom. They have social credit scores coming. How the fuck am I going to talk my way to freedom when you're going to judge every word I said? You know, David, I still tell people about our YouTube getting pulled down for the election, and they look at me like, why would they do that? It's like, just think about it. Just think why they would want that to happen. It's not even that we're important. And I'm not downplaying it because we are important. Because Dave and I are obviously the only ones that can see through straight tyranny dead in the face. And I'm not talking, Donald Trump. I see all the stuff, Scott Calloway and all the liberals. Donald Trump is destroying democracy. No, he's accelerating the destruction of democracy that happened 50 years ago. We're not democratic. We're a republic. AI's here. It's over. Like, we're fighting robots. Our next president's a robot. That's all omnipotent. Knows everything about everybody at every time, wherever they are, and every thought they'll ever have. And then they can brainwash you to have different thoughts. So even the biologics, it's the dead internet. Dead internet theory, David, is dead life because all the people are on the internet. So they're just like, they're talking to bots all day and then they're out in the world being an NPC. We've talked about, we've literally laid all this out on the program. Hang them. I don't know why I'm the only one. Do I got to go to jail? They're tyrants. I'll tell this to a judge. They'll have to give me for contempt of court or whatever. Put me fucking on insane pills or whatever. Fuck these people. It bothers me, David. You can't have America without being able to tell somebody they're a Jewish bastard or whatever. I'm not saying we need to walk around and be mean. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not racist. I like black. It's not what it's about. I'm not saying freedom only allows the worst of it. Political speech, free speech is there for the speech that you do not agree with. That's what makes it a freedom. If everybody agreed on it, it's not freedom. That's called culture. The only reason you're allowed to practice different religions is because different people have different religions. If we all had the same religion, it would just be called the American religion. But people don't know civics. You can't read cursive. Like, what are we talking about? But I'm the extremist, David. And you're the extremist for just for having the conversation, just entertaining the thoughts. We're not in a simulation. Scientists ran the calculations. We're not in a simulation, people. Stop looking for the code in the matrix. They don't want you to think it's in the matrix. Because the computer, I told you guys this, the computer of the future will lie to you in the past. It's really not that hard. You know why, David? Because I would do that if I was a computer. And if I could think about it, the computer had to think about it. They wrote books and movies about it, Dave, for our whole lives. Like I said, the people that died and left the thing, that was their job here, was to tell us the story just enough. The Matrix, 1984, Animal Farm, Neo, whatever song it is, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars. Oh, it's just the collective unconscious. Well, the collective unconscious is a thing that's fucking doesn't exist in this realm. We're political prisoners. We're literally political prisoners. And the people that speak out the most are the biggest political prisoner there is. That's why they made Alex Jones pay the GDP of countries. I don't know how that's not a cruel and unusual punishment. He literally doesn't even have the money. It's physically impossible. But this kind of sounds like a 50-year mortgage, don't it, David? And before people get twisted about Trump supporting, because I did support the guy, Biden probably would have had 51-year mortgages or 49. Whatever. We'll say Biden had the 49-year-old mortgage.
Ryan.
Tucker Carlson had the guy on about chemtrails. Go fuck yourself. Everybody can go fuck themselves. I got laughed at. They can trace it in the soil. They caught the fucking plane spraying the shit on camera. Zoomed in on the fucking thing. No, nothing to see here. Fuck you. Fuck you. This is the same way they had to force people to look at the horrors of the Holocaust. Like, no, we didn't know what was going on. Well, here's the video. Here's all the pile of shoes. The Cambodian murder. What was the fucking, they have that museum in Africa that has like 1 million skulls. They built a wall of skulls so that we never forget 9/11, never forget, elect a Muslim mayor. Commie Muslim mayor. Gonna bring a caliphate to New York and the whole country. They hate us because of our freedom. You blew the building up and blamed it on him, you piece of shit. I made my oath, David. I know I've always said this. I don't care. I never kill myself. Pat McAfee said he never killed himself either. I sold my oaths. I was told long ago by somebody in my family. He said, you know what, Ryan? I can't look at my kids with a straight face and say that I didn't try harder to fight for their freedom and save this country. That I didn't try harder to educate myself. That I didn't try harder to talk to people. I'm done talking. These people need to hang for treason. I will go on this program every day. Dave and I will come on here every day and prove all the reasons why they are liable of treason. This is now the court of law because there is no jury of my peers, is there not, David? And these people are not my peer because you're killing my peers. You're shooting them in front of me. I can't have a fair trial. I've said too much on the internet to have a fair trial, David. I've probably self-incriminated myself on the internet. I can't have a fair trial. So why am I acting as if I will get one? Alex Jones, prime example. Alex was probably better off screaming at that judge like he's on TV and just going to jail the rest of his life. Likes his freedom, hanging out with Joe Rogan. I don't blame you. We're political prisoners in our own country. Worried about the Muslim takeover. There's fucking ChatGPT is so smart. AI won't even show a picture of it destroying itself. Isn't that crazy? Humans will make movies about all the atrocities on Earth. We'll make horror movies. You'll all go watch that. But the computer won't destroy itself. Crazy. What the hell is this?
I only brought this up because you said Muslim takeover. This is in the streets of Germany. They're protesting, I don't know, Christmas? Tell me this
What can you do against this? What are you going to do against this? What do you do? You're importing people from the third world that have higher rates of testosterone than the people in the first world. What are you doing against this? Being cheered. They're tearing down Christmas trees? Is that what they're doing? They can't draw a picture. You can't draw a picture of a warlord child rapist. But they can desecrate churches. They can desecrate pictures of Jesus. They can say that he wasn't the prophet and the son of God, but our God Muhammad was. As if a warlord never stole anything. I've worked for Palestinians. They don't like Jews. Can't say I blame them. But I don't know how I feel when he looked at me and said, if you think you're getting into heaven off the back of a dead Jew, you're wrong. Told me everything I needed to know about their ideology. They call us infidels. The government thinks we're domestic terrorists. I've heard Department of Homeland Security say that domestic terrorists were also George Washington.
I mean, we're domestic terrorists to our own government, right?
100%. I've sued these fuckers, David. They're tyrants. Tyrants. They murdered your grandma. They said your business wasn't essential. They watched you go bankrupt and everybody was okay with it. They made you put a mask on even though it didn't do anything to a lab-made virus. Our food and water supply in the earth has plastic in it.
Ryan, did you see the story recently? Candace Owens released more leaked text messages.
She might be our only bastion of hope as a black woman. How fucking ironic.
And just like the last set of text messages where people said they weren't true, and then somebody corroborated that they were true, and then they moved the goalposts and said, well, they still don't prove anything. These ones she released, and they said, well, they're not true. She faked them, and then she took it upon herself because, hey, duh, they're my text messages, and I have a show, to just show them off on air. You don't believe me? I don't know.
Here we go. I found it. There we go. A little bit of typos. There we go. Okay, here we go, guys. Just to show you that.
Oh, look, not even a screenshot.
These are not made up text messages.
No, it's legit.
The date here. You can see the time sliding. Hold on.
No, it's all fake, Candace. It's an algorithm app.
Okay.
You spent $1 billion building an app that could fake
iron
fucking
iron. It's not a dominance partnership. Each hand washes the other. It is what Christ talked about as true partnership, reliant yet separate. None other dominant. Of course, there is struggle, disagreement, but each side gets stronger and sharper because of the other. This is us describing our partnership. These are just real. Like, what an absolute nonsense to think that I would make up text messages. Like, it's just such a nonsense. I don't even know what would be the point of that. What would be the
because they're tyrants, Candace, and they need to be hung in public for treason.
Here's the deal with Candace. Does she say some wild shit? Of course. But, dude, I don't know. Like, at what point...
I think I say more wild shit than Candace Owens, David.
It doesn't even matter, though. Because, like, at what point is it, okay, we're going to stop just claiming everybody's lying to each other, and we're just going to take on the argument. Even if you are lying, even if you made up the text messages, let's take on the argument. I'll take it on anyway. I don't care. If you're lying, I'm going to take it on. And if you're telling the truth, I'll still take it on. Just prepare that it's the truth and take it on. Like, what are we running around and trying to, like, nitpick? Like, people were psychoanalyzing, forensically analyzing. Well, this looks like this was photoshopped. Stop. Look at the context of the text. Can you debate this? Can you make your point if this is true in this reality? Because you're trying to prove things that nobody can prove. And quite frankly, Candace can prove. She just did prove on air. Like, here, there's real text. Like, what next? Again, the moving goalpost. What's next? Truth is important. Just let me get that out of the way. Truth is very important. So I'm not saying everyone should run around and just have debates based in falsehoods. But the point is, just be prepared to take on the argument. There's just so many people who run around every time Candace opens her mouth. Well, I don't know what this. I think this is a lie. Okay. Maybe you think it's a lie. What if it's real? Let's live in that reality for a minute. At least exercise your brain.
People thought I was on meth because I said this thing's a simulation.
Well, Ryan, the scientist proved you wrong.
The scientist that lied about everything else our whole life. That once again, the only people that can disprove what I'm saying have died, and you can't ask them because they're dead. I don't know how we don't see the hole in their fucking logic. You don't know.
They use science, though, right?
The same science that say everything came to the head of a point of a pencil. All the matter in the universe was the size of a pencil.
Yeah, it was just so dense. It had
magic. A magic bullet that bounced around and shot JFK. It wasn't multiple shooters. The magic bullet, even though ballistics fucking spread apart on impact. Really. There's a ricochet, David.
Ryan, this is from November 3rd. I don't understand what you're debating. This is Newsweek. Do we live in the Matrix? Physicists finally have the answer, right?
I never said we were in a machine. I never said that. I just said this isn't real. This is a spiritual prison, David. You're here to learn, earn, and grow, and go to the other side, David.
It'd have to be a machine.
Got to be a machine, right?
An international team of researchers used a combination of logic and physics to prove it doesn't get into what they did. That the fundamental nature of reality means it could never be simulated, Ryan, no matter how hard anyone tried. Quantum gravity, that's a scientific word. Platonic realm, that sounds sciencey. Liar's paradox, that sounds something. mathematical theorems. I don't know how you can argue this, Ryan. Lots of sciencey terms.
So let me get this straight. They're proving the universe isn't a simulation by using the simulation of mathematics to psychoanalyze why philosophically it's impossible that we're in a simulation.
They're just using physics, right?
The same physics that when you look at a molecule, it changes its direction because it's being looked at.
Sure, yeah, but we discovered that with science.
But we can't measure the molecule, David, because it moves.
Well, yeah, it's tricky.
These people are tyrants. And they will most definitely lie about this all being a fucking contrived simulation. Definitionally, like I've talked about this, like bare minimum, this entire thing is a figment of your imagination, literally, because the thoughts in my head aren't the thoughts in your head and the thoughts of everybody else. Just because I can touch stuff doesn't make anything less real or more real. You literally have some people have an internal dialogue. I'm told it's just trauma.
We just got to go back to the Kash Patel thing because we kind of
Sorry.
Yeah, they want everyone. But here's the deal. So let's just get into the specifics here. Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, his girlfriend Alexis Wilkins filed a $5 million lawsuit against multiple influencers on the right for claiming she's a Mossad honeypot. And again, here's the point that I just want to get to. There is clearly, and I at some point we just have to stop pretending this doesn't exist. There is clearly a disconnect between people of the right and the politicians that allegedly represent the people of the right. And it's not a disconnect because, it's a disconnect because it's done on purpose. Okay. Nobody wanted a 50-year mortgage, for example, except for banks and BlackRock, big rich CEOs. Of course they want 50. You know why? Because they get loaded off interest and you'll never own your house. Thomas Massey, I sent you the tweet, is dead on. How is it any different than you'll own nothing and be happy? How is a 50-year mortgage different than that? So people of the right need to. I just want a consensus at this point. Not that a consensus matters. I either have rights or I don't. But I'd love to at least get to a consensus where we listen. Do we believe in free speech or do we not in the right? In the political right of America today, do we actually believe in free speech?
They believe in free speech for them.
But you don't get to do that, though. That's the problem. This is again, right?
Well, David, tyrant,
99% freedom, right? You claim free speech for only people on the right. You don't get to claim free speech for only the people you agree with. You either have it for everybody or you have it for nobody. So I'm sorry, Kash Patel's girlfriend doesn't get to sue people because they make claims about her. I know what the legal precedence is. I know you can do it. I get it.
Kash Patel, your girlfriend's too hot for you.
The case.
Yeah, she's too hot for you. Of course she's a fucking Mossad plant. Just like Monica Lewinsky was sucking you off for the Israelis, Bill Clinton. They're super bad intelligence. I only stuck a cigar in her pussy and smoked it.
Have you? What is she? Oh, here's a picture of her right here. Oh, I did send it to you.
And he wouldn't give a fuck. He's loving all on there. Are you kidding me? Fuck, you can come Mossad agent me any day, dude. Probably kill me right after.
I just want an answer. Like, what do you believe in? If you,
right for me and not for thee, David. It's very.
From a personal standpoint, like somebody watching this, if you find yourself being the person that says yes, free speech, up until the point I disagree with something, I need you to self-reflect on that. Maybe you don't get to run around and say I believe in free speech then, because I don't think you do.
I don't think you know what free speech is. I don't know if you know what freedom is. I don't even know if you know what a civil liberty means. The same people, the Republicans in 16, 20, and 24, excuse me, the same Republicans were saying, oh, Democrats are disconnected to the common man in American, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you guys are disconnected on what it means to actually have civil liberties. It's interesting because the people that are actually the most important to you when your party is in power is the people that have a different opinion than you. It's kind of like how your wife or your girlfriend can point out your flaws way easier than you can point out your own flaws, or like someone super close to you that thinks like you. It takes a lot of awareness to be self-aware, but it's way easier to be self-aware if you have somebody else there to hold you accountable. Why wouldn't government be any different? They literally have checks and balances in our founding documents for a reason, which I know we've eroded, David. Those have been, Trump has been consolidating power in the executive along with all the presidents before him. And we can see why. The other thing, government shutdown, I know it was all over whatever and SNAP benefits. They are willing to let people starve. I don't give a fuck. Look, I said this before. I've watched you tell me for years it's too expensive to do X, Y, and Z, but the second you can give $1 billion to somebody that isn't an American in a different country to go build whatever, you do it every time. Give the lazy bitch with 7 kids on welfare the fucking food stamps and shut the fuck up. The only reason I'm against illegal immigration, David, is because these people aren't assimilating. But if an illegal immigrant jumped over the border, it's like, nah, dude, if he understood America more than the average American, I would defend that guy because he's more American than Americans. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? That's what I mean. At some point here, it's out the window. Robots are here. They don't give a fuck if you're illegal or not. I literally build the fucking crypto farms. Your money is worthless. Go get your 401k match at that fucking job. He's buying crypto. Your boss is buying crypto. Best believe it. Best believe it. But it's not on your 401k plan, so you wouldn't know. But it's on there. Those dealership boys, I bet you, David, I would love for you to talk to somebody somewhere just casually. Like, dude, I was thinking about crypto. What do you think about it? Just say it once, David. I bet you. I fucking bet you. They're going to tell you it's nothing. They murder the golden goose before it lays an egg for you. It's not that. Tyrants have always worked the same. I don't hate wealth. I don't hate capitalism, blah, blah. I've been down this road, but we're out of capitalism now. We're literally out. We don't even have capitalism. It's crony, right? It was called crony capitalism when Dave and I started the program. We're way beyond crony capitalism. Facebook has more rights than I do as an American person. I'm a physical person. You can be jailed for calling somebody a Jew bag. Fucking sue me. But you'll just throw me in jail because I don't have money to sue. And then who's going to pick up? Let's say I go to jail for this. What's Dave going to do? Spend all his money to try to bail me out and be like, yo, what's he going to get a hold of Alex Jones level people? Be like, dude, look at what's happening. They'll bankrupt Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan doesn't even have free speech. How can he? Alex Jones said for years, I'm a conspiracy theorist for questioning known liars. That's a great way to frame it, Alex. That didn't hold up in court. They told him, quote, "You're not allowed to use the Fifth Amendment, the right to remain silent, as an excuse. And you're not allowed to use the right of free speech as an excuse for what you said."
So when it came to a legal trial, you weren't allowed to
He
use your
had
right.
to self-incriminate, which is also against the Constitution. And then the adjournment they gave him is cruel and unusual punishment. Because we have war criminals. We have CEOs that kill people, death panels. Obama murdered more people with drones than any other president. Probably up until Trump. War criminals set free. Nancy Pelosi's trading can outpace the S&P 500. Zero corruption there. Hang. They burned Hawaii with a laser beam. They can fuck.
What
They
is this?
fucking.
I just saw this shared. I don't know what this is. Hold on. Let's do this live. Fuck it, we do it live, Ryan?
I fucking hate him. I really hate. I can't. You notice how his background has changed to this ominous. He's like fucking Emperor Palpatine. This piece of shit.
I think he's on. I think he's on somebody else's podcast.
He's such a piece of shit, though.
If you're
He's just
a young person and you can't afford to live here, then
Yes, I
maybe
see
you should
this.
not live here. I mean, that is a real thing. Yeah, I know
Go
that
back to
we've
Israel,
now
and-
grown up in a society that says that you deserve to live where you grew up, but the reality
Yeah, I
is
do.
that the history
I
of
do. My
America is
grandfather built the place.
almost
I lived
literally
in.
the
I deserve
opposite
it.
of that. The history of America is you go to a place where there is opportunity. And if the opportunities are limited here and they're not changing, then you really should try to think about other places where you have better opportunities.
How the
If
fuck
you're
can
a
I
young
move? I
person
can't
and you
afford
can't
to
afford to
move.
live here, then maybe you should not live here.
I can't
If you're a-
afford to move. I don't have the skills to make the money to fucking move. Where am I going to move? Everywhere's a 50-year mortgage, Ben. Dude, the president thought that was a good thing. Where am I moving? But you don't care because you're rich. You love the 50-year mortgage because you can pay off the house in 1 year.
No, you just don't take the mortgage out. Just buy cash.
No, David, they do the mortgage. They pay the bare minimum, and then they invest the rest of their money in fucking Bitcoin in the stock market because they know that inflation destroys their money, and they would rather just have it set up in a private trust and an equity firm and an LLC, David, and all these business things. Ben Shapiro doesn't get paid millions of dollars. He probably makes a $50,000 a year salary, and the house is owned by a business that's owned in a trust and an offshore bank account. Yada fucking, just like when Trump made Mar-a-Lago a fucking cemetery. It's to avoid the legal things that the average person goes through. Rules for me, not for thee. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. I only was a Republican. I was only a Republican, a conservative, a libertarian. It doesn't even, that's why I went to the American thing. How long ago did I say that? Because it was the only thing that even talked about like any sense of freedom, manageability. The great switch, all of it. Vanessa Susan, flip 2. Hang. Go back to jail and hang, you fuck. I don't give a fuck. Not calling for violence, David. I'm calling for military tribunals for tyrants. Far different. You guys violated Nuremberg. Hang. That's what the Nuremberg Code says. Unless you're going to blow up those fucking monuments too, you fucks. Georgia Guidestones talked about it for 10 years. Never heard shit about it till they exploded in the middle of the night. I bet you they still haven't caught the people that did it, David, with a fucking rocket launcher. Tucker said he's praying for a revolution because it's the only thing that will fix this country. Young men need to stand up and fix the country. Here you are, Tucker. Have me on. Come on, Tucker. Fly me down to fucking wherever. I can't afford it. I can't afford a 50-year mortgage. You'll just write it off as a business expense. Come on. I'll do fucking 7 hours on your podcast. I got to be able to say fuck, though. And I'll take all the money, donate it to charity. I don't even give a fuck. I'll donate to Salvation Army. I don't even give a fuck.
Ryan, I have a question.
Yeah.
What do you think it would take for people to understand that
Jesus.
Trump is compromised? No. Trump is
Jesus.
compromised.
Jesus. It would
You
take a
think it
Jesus.
takes Jesus to understand Trump is compromised?
Yes, David. Yes. It would take a Jesus-like figure willing to die on a cross for people to believe what is really happening. Fact is stranger than fiction, and the fiction we write is fucked up.
So you don't think there's an event that would happen? You don't think there's like
No.
a thing that could happen that people would be like, okay, clearly
What?
compromised?
What more can we do? What more can you do? Dude, the Epstein files was it. If you didn't
I
come
would
to
have thought
Jesus,
so.
if you didn't come to Jesus, then you got it. If you didn't come to the Jesus moment, then you need Jesus. Charlie Kirk was the fucking stroke of the pen. They will kill you. They'll shut your businesses down because it's not fucking important enough. And here's the thing, those people at the tip top, they'll just buy a car from the fucking manufacturer. They don't need a car dealership. They'll just build a house that's off-grid. They don't need an electrician. They'll just pie their way through the government. The government is the biggest fucking employer on earth. You're never going to outspend that. I said with the Epstein Island, just pull the military. We don't even need an Epstein list. Just pull the contractor list, people. Somebody had to drop drywall off on the island. It's
Ryan,
not
did you
that
see there
hard.
was? Did you see there was a community note on the Tucker Carlson episode?
With Wikipedia that's ran by fucking by intelligence agencies?
Well, hold on. No, it's not. But so readers added context, Ryan. Keep in mind community notes and X as readers.
Crowdsourced information.
No U.S. government admission confirms chemtrails are real. Chemtrails refer to claims that contrails are chemicals. Scientific sources explain contrails as condensation. Geoengineering involves proposed climate strategies separate from chemtrail theories.
Geoengineering. And this, they get caught on semantics. That's why Orwell's book was about rewriting words in history. They even say in 1984, when they're done in Oceania, there's only going to be 4 words. And it's probably yes, no. Like, they literally, Orwell left you the fucking training manual. Animal farm. All the animals start equal. At the end, only the pig has rights. Notice he used a pig and not a donkey and an elephant, David. Isn't that interesting?
I actually did not read Animal Farm.
Neither did we, because everybody in my class hated it, but we read the summary. They literally, there's like a 10 commandments of animals in there, and then they overthrow the farmer. Just like the Revolutionary War. He takes what the colonists did in the Revolutionary War and the French Revolution and just related it to animals overthrowing the farmer, which is the tyrant, because they're going to kill and eat him. Sheeps to slaughter, just like George Washington said. The unkillable president.
That's all I got.
Trump isn't even compromised at this point. The entire thing is. And I'm tired of thinking that there's good people in government. Because it's just a special operation. It's just a special interest group. They get paid by parasiting off of the private sector and people that actually really produce things. The medical sector, too. It's a Band-Aid for all the fucking poison that you've been giving people for 50 years. I'm supposed to get the truth through Joe Rogan? I'm still telling you, Eric Kirk's fucking somebody. I'm really getting sick of this. Your idols have to die. They're the same people. They lick the yogurt off the lid just the same way that you do. They put their pants on in the morning just like you do. You burn the fucking totem yet or no?
No.
You got to burn that thing.
I don't know why you're so worried about that thing. He's just hanging out, doing his thing, dude.
No, there's no such thing as just hanging out when you got fucking voodoo tiki men hanging in your house, David.
Nah, he's all right. I think he feels more at home. There's like other masks and stuff.
So you're talking about him like you know his heart and soul.
I kind of feel it, yeah. Still no demon scratches though. That's good. It's been a while.
I think when you got to worry is when Eve gets the scratches.
Right. I feel invincible, honestly.
Is it because Jesus is your Lord and Savior, David?
No, I don't know. Maybe it's because Ryan, if demons can't hurt me, then what can?
People.
Ryan, demons attacked me while I was defenseless, and I didn't feel it.
David, they have to
didn't even
attack you
feel it.
in the metaphysical because they can't touch you in the physical, which is why they have to be in people's bodies
Touch
to
me in
touch
the physical, Ryan. I hit the proof. I didn't even feel it, Ryan. You can't even hurt me if you're a demon.
David, a laser beam can burn you, and it doesn't exist.
I don't think a laser beam could. I really don't. I think I'm invincible. I actually do. Do you know I've never broken a bone?
Really? You got Lou Gehrig's disease?
Does it make your bones really strong? Wait, why would it be a disease then if it makes you superhuman? I've had bruised and slightly cracked ribs, but never broken, Ryan. Only slightly cracked.
Slightly cracked is kind of broken, David. It's like the definition.
No, it's not fully cracked. Ryan, I think I'm invincible.
So only fully cracked things are broken?
I'm actually starting to think I'm invincible. I've never actually been hurt.
You're 6'3", David. It's hard to hurt anything that big.
Listen, I've played hockey. I've played football. I skateboarded.
If Josh Allen lowered his shoulder on you,
dude, you can't. I can't be. I've been attacked by demons. I literally can't be hurt.
So you're Clark Kent then? That's what you're telling me.
I don't. I have the glasses, Ryan.
David Clark.
I'm only half kidding. Like I legitimately haven't been hurt. I've rolled my ankle and I walked on it like immediately. I think I'm invincible. I watch other people get hurt like all the time. Like, dude, it's so weird.
So you're indestructible and I fucking break and get better.
How are you better if you're broken?
Oh, because my body heals back. I'm just fuck you. Can't break what's already broken.
So at best you get back to normal self.
A bone that heals is stronger. The bone is stronger, David, than it was before after it's broken.
I don't know if that's true.
I've never broken the same bone in my hand, David.
I've never broken anything, Ryan.
You haven't punched the wall hard enough, David.
How hard do you want me to punch the wall?
As hard as you can.
I've punched cinder blocks, Ryan.
Punch trees, David.
You want me to punch a tree?
like Bruce Lee, just fucking.
I would knock the tree over.
You imagine you punch the tree, it cracks the roots.
That I would actually be convinced. I'd actually be convinced. If I punched a tree and I broke the roots, I would be convinced I'm legitimately invincible.
It's crazy. I don't know. Well, once again, it's not that Trump is compromised. It's just that the system is that tyrannical.
Well, sure, but again, the whole point of Trump was to be like the break in the system. So like that's why I'm saying like if anything like he should be the easiest one to pick out for compromising, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he was always supposed to be the one that didn't go with the system. Covering up for Epstein didn't do it for you. A 50-year mortgage didn't do it for you. Bombing Iran didn't do it for you.
Having a peace deal and then letting Israel fuck everything up and then bombing them right after.
Have you noticed Russia, Ukraine has not been a conversation?
Yeah, that's weird.
Do things go away on purpose, Ryan, or is it because there's just too much information?
They say the world is a stage, David. Where's the world staged?
Oh,
I know,
perfect.
David. I'm sure.
China's developing a drug to extend human life to 150 years. That 50-year mortgage doesn't sound so bad anymore. That's what I said. I literally just said that. We were talking about it. I said, well, if they just make you immortal, then a 50-year mortgage is nothing.
Why do I need a mortgage if I'm immortal?
You'll get the death vaccine, Ryan. A 50-year mortgage is nothing when you're 150.
If I'm fucking immortal, why is there a mortgage?
So you can pay off your house, Ryan.
Why am I paying anything off if I can live forever?
Well, you're not immortal. You just live for a longer time.
Why am I... What am I, staying alive longer to pay more in taxes? I really think people underestimate how bad these people want to fucking break the human spirit and make you a slave. If capitalism didn't save us, the Republic, the Constitution didn't save us, Donald Trump didn't save us, what makes you think you're going to stop anything with a fucking artificial intelligence jacked into everything? That thing is fucking Ultron from the Avengers movie. And we don't have Tony Stark. He's off doing ketamine on Joe Rogan's show.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't know how long this is. Wait, did we watch this? Oh, God. Hold on. Let's end on this, Ryan. I didn't see this.
That's what this idiot wants. Dave, these guys that wrote the thing at the bar, fuck the Jews, right?
Yes.
You're going to fucking fly them to Auschwitz. Some guy tweets at you something. You want to fucking... He's not... You can't come out
It was a bar I owned. It was a bar I owned.
They should have been kicked out. So my thing is...
No, it's not just kick out, Kirk. Are you ignoring what's going on in the world right now?
No, I'm not. What, Dave, what do you want to do to those guys?
What do you want to think it's related?
What do you want to do with those guys in the bar? Put them in jail for 50 years? Fine. I don't care.
I didn't
they're
say that.
assholes.
You're quite literally changing everything you say, Kirk. If you just want me to kick him out, not mention it, not care that this kid is anti-Semitic, shut up. If you just want me to ignore it,
don't tell me to shut up.
Shut the fuck up, you bald fuck.
Okay, go ahead.
How's that?
Oh, it's kill. I'll never recover from that, Dave. Go ahead.
I can't call you a Jew, but you can make fun of a man for not having hair. Scumbag, die, hang for treason, you piece of shit. You don't believe in America. You only like America because it's allowed you a luxury lifestyle to get rich and wealthy while you shit on other people. You forgot what it was like to be poor, broke, or whatever fucking Jew upbringing you had with all your bar mitzvah money you probably started your fucking Barstool Sports with. You know what's lucky about Barstool Sports, David? If you flip the stool over, it seats 4 of that fucking douchebag, taking it right up his ass, you little fuckbag. You can't even sit there and take an insult. You can't stand somebody calling you a little Jew fuck, but you're going to make fun of somebody for being bald. You're a scumbag. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And if you're going to bankrupt people and put them through hell and fucking ruin their lives and kill them on the internet, you deserve the same thing, Dave Portnoy, you weak little fuck. Get your security guard 6'4". Take all your money, throw it out the window. What do you got? You're the same shit as me. You're the same thing. Take all your wealth and fame, all your money, all your clothes, all your security guards and firearms, all your security, all your businesses that you can hide behind and bankrupt other people. One bite challenge. I'm going to save this pizza place. All your ego, all your projection. What are you? Nothing. You have to justify your existence by being a piece of shit. I will watch you guys hang. I will be on the military tribunal, maybe, David. I can't wait. I'm going to be a black water contractor. And by the time I'm done with it, it will be known as blood water, because that's the only thing that's going to save this country, because there isn't a God to wash the blood off our hands. And I'm tired. I am so tired of trying to intellectualize my freedom back when they've done things to the Constitution and this things and this society and 50 or more. We will never get the nuclear family back. Never. We will never get pure DNA back, ever. It will be altered by genetic organisms or CRISPR. We will never have humans again service you. You will be just dealing with robots. It's going to be one man on an island and an island full of robots. Humanity will die in your lifetime. You will watch everybody you know and love die or live forever and become machines. And I'm told it's a good thing. And the reason they take death from you, David, this is the most important part, David. The reason they take death from you is so that you can't be reincarnated and sent back here to do a different task. Because none of this is real. This is a biological, spiritual simulation. We're supposed to be here to learn lessons, to maybe level up. And I'm tired of these people telling me what I'm allowed to say. I really am. You can't be called a little dirty Jew fuck, but you can make fun of a man for being bald. It writes itself. So I'll say it one more time. These people are tyrants. They deserve to hang with military tribunals. We have the right to do that. This country was found on the ability to self-govern. What they are doing is not self-governing. They have hijacked capitalism and corporatized it. Corporations now have more rights than the average civilian. They have taken our money and monopolized it into nothing, and they are now backing it up on a digital currency that we can't help but get off of. And the very digital currency that we can't help to get off of is the very thing that's fueling the next stage of human evolution so that they can become gods and climb in machines. All meanwhile telling you that it's going to be for the good of mankind, when none of them are good humans to begin with. And if you're not a good human in the flesh of flesh and blood of blood, David, what makes me think when you're a silicon chip with all the fucking power of the world at your fingertips, what makes you think that you're going to be an omnipotent, all-believing God that is kind and love and just? Because I understand, David, just like anybody that understands things, God isn't all good. God isn't all bad. God is everything. Like I said, the reason that they're going to keep us alive forever is so we don't learn the actual lesson that when you pass, that this was just a test and a simulation. We are spiritual meat sacks. And I'm tired of the world catching up to me. I don't need scientists. You can have all the algorithm. You can plug in 99.99999. The only people you can ask are dead. And we'll never be able to ask them because they're not here. And we have no one to wash the blood away anymore. So I guess I have to flood the earth with Dave Ryan, December 17th, 73. Dave Ryan, December 17th, 73. Catch us on Rumble for the only podcast in human history. As always, David, I appreciate you most for the time. And I'll see everybody very soon.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan.
Oh, and if I get killed, Trump did it.